and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
But it's just a made-up story. Who's just trying to scare you? You know how it is when black people scare other black people.
Wash your face, just watch your eyes, 'cause you'll be witching, you would die.
You acting all nervous like you believe this shit or something.
I heard the story, and I do believe it.
Hey, y'all. We back.
I think I'm sorry. I just wanted to cut it off. I think the best thing to do with Bel-Air, literally, I think we've been doing it, is just like, let's talk about the characters. Like, let's go down to characters. It's just like, what happened with them this time? The three episodes.
We might as well. I mean, we might as well. We can start with, we can get her character out of the way because she's not important. And it's like, I hate that I'm saying that now, but you always said that. But it's literally being exposed. We talk about Ashley and the non-bindering. Like Ashley's starting a band and she got a non-bindering dude in her room.
She's starting a band that's never really, like, we don't know why. Really, she just like got her homegirl in there that I thought that she was gay with. That was her, like, about to be her little love interest girlfriend.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I think she's too young for them to even try to attempt that. So now they got this guy that just introduced. They just introduced, what was that, the last episode? That he's supposed to be a part of the band, and she invited him in the house, and he was a stranger.
He was a strange boy in her room.
Stranger.
A stranger in her room. And fuck that. It's a strange boy in her room. If I'm her dad, I'm walking by, you got a strange boy in your fucking room. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about with the shit. That's the one time where I was sounding insensitive. If you like, but that's not his terms. I don't give a fuck what. Tell cuz and his homies to get the fuck out. Like, I don't give a fuck what the terms are. You know what the rules is in this house.
It's like this, man. I walk in there, he's like, what do you identify as? Oh, okay, yeah, I respect that, bro. You got a dick? Get the fuck out of my daughter's room, my nigga. Get the fuck out of my daughter's room, bro. I don't care about none of that shit, nigga.
And that's literally the truth. There's nothing insensitive about saying that. There's nothing insensitive about saying that. If Hillary was in the house younger with a nigga in her room, she could have that argument, like, but you let her with them in her room,
Right.
like, but he don't identify. This nigga identified. Tell him to get the fuck out. Like, how? What I look like saying that?
Yeah.
You know what if I was an ill nigga and I was their age with this whole not identify, I would use that shit to go in so many girls' rooms.
Hey man, might as well. Just
I'm them and they, nigga. I'm not here for that. As soon as that door closed. So what's really up?
Look at dad's in the 90s would have shot you.
And you'd got to whoop him. And
Like,
you'd
bro,
been no punishment.
They'd have been like, bro, I don't know what bro. I think he's from some kind of gang. Bro said he was he was 9-something. That was a gang. Shot bro.
Hey, this whole conversation sounds insensitive, but it's real life, man. I don't give a fuck. So that's what we started at. Ashley dismisses the girl that was supposed to be the one she liked. Because I don't even know what the girl did. The girl did something. Ashley wasn't fucking with it. It went off on her and kicked her out.
She wasn't even in the last 2 episodes before the one that she was in, bro. Like, they don't care about her character, man.
They're literally holding on to the fact that Ashley from the first Fresh Prince made music. So they was like, we don't know. We used her as the gay character. We used that. Where do we go from here? It was just like, well, old Ashley made music. Okay, we could do that. But we still don't give a fuck. Like, her character's just not important to the story at all. Like, literally.
They're forcing, the character in instead of giving her a real storyline.
Yeah, there's nothing to look forward to when she comes on the scene.
Yeah.
She's making beats, writing terrible lyrics, and hating her family. That's her story right now. She hates her family. She's making terrible music. That's it. That's when they show her. That's what's happening. And then now we got dude in the room. We don't know what the fuck's up with him. Like, we don't even know why he was injured. Well, as soon as he walked in the house, I looked at my wife and told her, like, he's non-binary. Like, that's what we're going on with him. That's what we're going with him. And then when Aunt Viv came to the door, like, you ain't supposed to have boys in your room. Wait for her to say it. Mom, he doesn't identify. He's non-binary. He uses terms like, enough with the Sunday school education shit, man. We don't give a fuck. You got a nigga in your room. That's the way I see you. You got a nigga in your room. Go kick it with him outside by the pool.
He the new young. What's bro's name from 1-on-1? Like, that's what he remind me of.
I know you're talking about Arnez.
Look, yeah, young Arnez. That's all he is, man.
That's all that is. So just that fast, we wrapped up Ashley's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
We can move on. we wrapped it up.
Oh shit.
Her character is so unimportant in this motherfucker.
Hillary and her boyfriend that just died.
Her fiance.
Her fiance that just died on the field. They don't
give a shit about.
They had a cold transition, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. Just as a person that like does editing, that transition that they had in the hospital, dope. Whatever that was.
Mean?
So it was a transition in the hospital.
Oh, when everything was moving hella fast.
Everything was moving fast, and it felt like a music video. I was like, that was fine.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do that.
They did that in Destiny Child video.
Okay. Yeah, it was like the whole movement in the background, green screen, whatever it was fire. It made that scene way doper than it should have been. Right. Bro didn't die. He is apparently he has a condition that he's had all his life and he's just found out. It doesn't seem like he should play football anymore, but his dad is like one of those like all-American dads, like, hey,
living through you.
Yeah, like, you gonna make it, bro. Like, no matter what. Hey, your girlfriend, get her up out of here. She being sad. Like, yo, he put his agent on the phone. Like, yeah, it's lit. We gonna get you on the field in no time.
Right. So it ain't like so it doesn't seem like he can't play again, but it seems like he needs time to play again.
Absolutely. Like, nigga, you need years. But at that time, when you're trying to get like, cause how old is he supposed to be in that?
I don't know, but the thing is, Bronny James had he's in the NFL. Bronny James had cardiac arrest and was able to play the next year. So it's like, this ain't a forever thing. Like, whatever happened to him,
right?
With the process, he could be back. But his dad was kind of like you said, like, nigga, we got to get back on that field. I'm talking to your agent. He's saying you need to get back on that field. It's kind of like he wants to just move on. Yeah. Like, your son can't even walk, but you like, nah, nigga, he's good.
Yeah. And you can tell that he's, starting to second guess himself. You know what I mean? He don't have that much time. Like in football, career is only about 10 years or some shit like that. Well, like
Something like that.
Most careers.
Mm.
10 years, he don't got that much time to play around. If he was to sit out a whole season, could affect his whole career.
Because they're already writing him off.
Yeah, they were already on his head talking about like who's going to be the next, him. So, in his mind, that's his life. You know what I mean? Hillary's, she was going to break up with that nigga.
Yeah.
Or no, she was going to tell him that she kissed Jazz. I don't know if she's going to break up with him or not.
That was going to lead to a breakup.
Right. So she ended up not doing that.
That's going to come back around though.
Yeah. And Jazz pulled up on her on some hey, you did that because you like to run. She was like, yeah, like I was about to mess this up and whatever the case is. Hillary's not going to leave, bro, as of now.
As of now. Yeah. But I think this leads to a different world. Dwayne Wade marriage scene where she's about to be on the aisle and Jazz pops up and
baby, please.
I think this is because it's been done a lot of times since that scene.
Yeah.
I think this is where this is going. It's going to be because they're acting like Jazz is acting like he's cool with her moving on, and she's acting like she's cool with moving on.
Yeah.
But it's only because she feels guilty because he's hurt.
Right. I think that was pretty much all of Hillary's scenes. It just had a lot to do with bro and him, recovering and her being upset that the dad is not really paying attention to his health.
Yeah.
We can move on to Jazz because it's like her kind of she ties into Jazz a lot. Jazz's situation is, even though the nigga almost lost his car and got 30 bands, he still got a lot of back taxes to pay. So Phil is trying to give him an out, trying to give him some bread. Like, hey, you know what I mean? This new project is going to end up falling into your situation where they're going to try to buy your shop. And since you don't have any money, you're going to end up having to give it up versus getting, you might as well get something from it. You know what I mean? And Jazz is not willing. He doesn't want to take a handout.
He don't want to take a handout, and then he gets pulled up on by a girl who's in high school, kind of like she's been there since his grandpa owned this shop. And she like, it's memories here. Nigga, like you just gonna get this shit up?
In the 70s, man, he used to be Thelonious Monk. Used to be like, bitch, you born in the 2000s. Fuck you talking about?
But she kind of puts the battery back in his back. Like, ever since I know you hustle for whatever you want. Like, you can't just give. She basically tell him like, you lose this shop, we lose the neighborhood. She like, this is a staple.
It's always somebody that ain't gonna help
at all. She took that drink and like, all right now. Well, I see you. Tell me what you're gonna do. I'll see you later.
I thought that was Molly at first, but I was like, that's not Molly. It looked like
I've seen her somewhere before. I just don't know who she is.
Yeah. She is like a trying to be mayor, city council, some shit like that, right?
Something like that. But I've seen her in something else. But so that lights the battery in his back. Now he like, I got to do whatever I got to do to get this money up, and we know because of the sitcom, he's going to get the money.
Right. Like he pretty much tells Uncle Phil's character, like he leaves him a sticky note on the paper that he gave him that says, I'm still hustling, still trying to grind, keep my record shop open.
Yeah, I'm not done hustling yet, is what it said.
Yeah. So that's his character. As far as I remember. We can move on to Carlton and his girlfriend. Carlton's girlfriend is she's the type of woman that you should not be around. Like that's whether you are an addict, a regular person, whatever the case is, that is not the type of woman you need to be around, bro. Like she is a danger to herself. She is a danger to anybody that she is around. Like, bro, you almost died over some head.
Also,
what's going on? Like, bro, you almost lost your life to drugs, and now you about to fly off a cliff because
she said it was a different high. She said it was a different high, man. Also, now we know
why I ain't got no hair before. What's going on? What's going on, man? Let some girl be just like, drive faster. Look at me. Like while we just driving 120 miles per hour on the road. I'm be like, yo, get the fuck out of my car. You're a terrorist.
Also, now we know why dude was looking at Carlton like that. We thought it was because he wanted Carlton. He knew that she wasn't shit for him.
Yeah.
She was so that look was kind of like, damn, like I wanted to say something, but it ain't my place to say it.
Yeah.
Because when she went off on him, like "Oh, you gonna tell him not to be around me?" And she was like, "You don't even know me." He leaned in like, "I do know you.
I
Like
know everything about your crazy ass.
bitch, you can tell this nigga whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on."
He back. Fucking yeah, that
Yeah.
I think they wanted us to think that, and that was a good like kind of throw off.
Yeah, that was a
You know
throw
what I
off.
mean? Because like in my eyes, I'm like, yo, he gonna try to make a pass at Carlton, but you know what I mean? I take it back. You know what I mean? He was just he was looking out for bro or whatever. You know what? Let me make this clear. I like the fact that they're making his character like, you know, he could be who he is, but he can still be a regular character. He can still like bring something else to the table, like an actual a friend. You don't have to be like a person that like hits on the person or
they're not
sexualizing
sexualizing them.
Right.
They're not
You know what I mean?
highlighting what type of person he is. He's just him. He's just him. He runs this he cares about people's well-beings, and that's what he is.
Yeah.
We assume that, like, we literally assume that because of how they force write, like how they're doing with Ashley. The force writing of a person, it's like, okay, we know where you're trying to lead us. It's like you put in the flashlight. Like if he was in a different show, they would have had him checking another nigga out, like, girl, like we would have got one of them scenes where it's like it's not even necessary. Just let that nigga be who he is.
Exactly. He is a regular person. He does regular. He can be a nice guy. He don't have to, just like you said, be sexualized in any kind of way, shape, or form. So I'm glad
you don't got to get no points across, man. Let that nigga be who he is.
Yeah, I'm glad that they took his character that way and kept it like that. But Carlton is going down a road. I don't think that what's the girl's name that he wrote with? I feel like it started with an A or R for some reason. Whatever. Carlton's girlfriend. The dope.
Her name.
Yeah. Carlton's girlfriend. I feel like she's a liar. I feel like she's a manipulator. I feel like she's gonna take Carlton back down the road, and you know, either it's a drama show. Either she's gonna die.
No, I want to say this: either she's not a good actress, or she's lying like a motherfucker about the sister shit.
Yeah, she ain't got no sister. She's a liar.
Yeah, so okay, that's what it is. Because I'm like, in that scene, I was like, that was terrible acting, unless she's lying.
She was doing dope. She couldn't make it.
And that's why dude was looking like that, like,
yeah, shooting that spoon, bro. Like I don't believe nothing that girl got to say. She's gonna try to bring Carlton down, and it's gonna be. I don't know if she's gonna die because I don't know if they're gonna kill people in this show, but it's gonna be something very traumatic that happens to her character.
That nigga said she on that spoon.
On that spoon, bro. She got their breath.
Okay, so far we're writing the season finale. We get the Jazz shows up to the wedding, disrupts it. We get Carlton's girlfriend being high out of her mind, but Carlton's gonna try to save her. We're gonna get a point where
might OD.
Maybe we're gonna get a point where Aunt Viv is gonna show up with that chef nigga, and Uncle Phil's gonna show up. This is gonna be the season ending. Like, something gonna happen with Lou and Will. Will's gonna show up for Lou and have to make a choice. It's like all of this shit is gonna come to a head. Lou might go back to jail.
What's gonna happen is Lou's gonna get a better offer somewhere, just like in the sitcom. You know what I mean?
Too.
Like a job is gonna come up, something, because it's like Lou ain't gonna turn down no money. You know what I mean? So if some money come to him or a better opportunity and he promised something to Will, like, man, I'm gonna be here, you know what I mean? We can start to shop together. We can name it Will's or what I mean, no, Lou and Will's barbershop or whatever. Like, oh man, that's what's up. Then we like one day you're gonna be packing boxes like, yeah, man, I gotta keep moving, man. I thought we was gonna do this. It's like, man, I gotta chase the money, man. You know what I mean? I'll be back though. We gonna do this. And we just like that's when the whole thing gonna come up. The whole Will shit. We just like, why come you don't want me, man?
Hey, moving on to that meeting with Will, Marlon, and his mom. Will was acting his ass off, but
I feel like they all were. Well, him and Marlon.
Yeah, they was all killing, but just what's the name? Did I say Will was acting his ass off?
Yeah,
I meant to say Marlon.
Yeah.
That nigga was killing that. The way it looked like he was hurting him. Because
Mm-hmm.
we always talk about this, like the risk of protecting your family could cost you everything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, Will's mama had no reason leaving him in the dust after he went to jail for doing something to help them. Like he felt like his back was against the wall. He went to go get what was his rightfully, and he ended up going to jail. But it's like now you just move on with life, and now it's like fuck me.
Will's mama made it sound like bro was filthy. Like he just did them dirty and left them.
Yeah,
that's what Will's mom made it look like. She was like, I don't want to talk to your daddy no more. I'm just like,
yeah, he's not good. He's not good for you. Got Uncle Phil, you got Jeffrey, everybody keeping him away. It's like, damn, all he did was try to provide. He tried to do the right thing. Your woman is in your ear telling you, we need this. Oh, you just gonna let that nigga take your money? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Then he do something, go to jail, and he get out like, you can't be here no more. Why? Like, why? What the fuck? I went to jail for y'all. Nah, we moved on. We don't need you.
Now
like, damn.
I was hella mad at the end because it's like, first you didn't want to talk to him. Now at the end, y'all hugging and crying on each other. It's like, man, fuck off me.
But then at the end, she still was like, yeah, we don't need to be doing that this often. We could do it like maybe once a year. Why are you still holding this grudge against him? And you know the shit he did.
That's why she's single.
Pretty much, fuck you.
Let's bring that out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's you the problem.
I heard about you and Lou back in the day. You and Lou was a good nigga.
Right.
He had to go get that money because your ass was talking about you was cold. He risks his all for you.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
So fuck you. That's the risk of being married and risking your life for the people you love.
The keep
might
nigga
turn their back on you.
But so that whole scene, that's pretty much like, okay, we could talk about like Will and Carlton and this t-shirt company. I felt like it was something. I felt like it was supposed to be about something else, and I'm still not getting it. But they just selling t-shirts.
That's literally why I asked you last time.
I thought it was something. I felt like I heard them say something different. I know it is the meaning is different, but I feel like at the end of it, y'all just selling t-shirts.
That's literally why I asked you that. I said, what is this business? So they're just selling shirts.
They tried to make it seem like it was something else that was going to help out black people, but they're just selling t-shirts.
It's literally just they literally make t-shirts and sell them. That's literally it.
Crazy business plan.
Nobody gives a fuck about that business plan.
That new logo was garbage. I like the first one. That new one that did that, I was like, who made this? I was like, what happened to the one with the little currency look fine?
Yeah,
it look way better. This shit look like shit like a raw shirt.
Like I said, Will's gonna end up cheating on Lisa.
Absolutely.
That's coming
with Jackie.
Yes, that's her name, right? The little one.
Yeah. Oh, was Jackie Tyra Banks?
Yeah,
that was her name, right? Wasn't it Jackie?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I told you it's not gonna be Lisa. It's gonna be Will. Like he can't escape that. You can't escape this girl being all the way around you, and you still having them feelings for you, and you just risk everything for her. Like it's inevitable.
I like her better anyway, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't care.
I know you don't like Lisa.
I don't like Lisa's character that much for her to like to stay around. I feel like she's phony. Phony. I don't like the fact that just off top, who you are as a person. Like, you were literally Carlton's girlfriend, and now you kicking it, bringing Carlton's drug addict girlfriend around talking about double date. Like, bitch, get the hell out of my house. We're trying to hook me up with somebody else. I used to fuck you.
But they had high school. That was high school love. That shit wasn't real.
Man, you still got to be low key hot. Like your girlfriend that you was dating, nigga. High school wasn't that long ago for them. You know what I mean? It's not like they're
still in high school.
They're not 30. They're still in high school, but that was young love for them. Like what? Freshman year, 10th grade. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying it wasn't that long ago. It's like now
niggas pass around high school girlfriends since forever though.
Not with your cousin.
With your cousin is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was like some nigga at school, who cares? You know what I mean? That's something I don't know, bro. But it's like you my cousin. Unless I passed her to you, bro. Like, that's not you. Unless I was just like, hey, bro, you know, hey.
It's a dangerous game they're playing for sure. And that is a reason why to not like Lisa if they was adults, but they're kids, so it's kind of like I just kind of try to see past it.
Niggas having sex on the beach. Where everybody at?
You be forgetting they 17. He was getting head while he was driving.
He was killing that shit, bro. I was just like, bro, you wanna die so bad? Vivian ain't shit.
Nigga, I told my wife. There's absolutely nothing you can tell me if I pull up and you having lunch with another nigga in your office. There's no words you can say.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. Uncle Phil got kissed.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he got kissed. He didn't go up to her. He didn't take her to the house. You chilling. You talking about you ain't got time to fuck me, but you having lunch with this nigga. I don't have time. I just don't have the patience. It's like, man, what?
Fuck all that and fuck you. I got enough money to go buy another house.
Well, I feel like Phil has the upper hand in my eyes. It's just like,
absolutely.
Like, bro, stop fucking your life, bro. Keep, the girl's already feeling what was that? What was the girl's name that he's not cool with no more? Erica.
Mm-hmm.
She's not trying to do that no more. She already felt bad. Okay, don't mess up your business because of it. Keep your clients or whatever the case is. Just keep it professional, bro. Like, she like you. Try to maintain a more of a professional, because he fell into it as well. But I feel like
I don't think that would ever work.
I mean, it could, because I felt like when she did what she did, she wasn't trying to still get on Uncle Phil like that afterwards. She started feeling bad.
She started feeling bad, but she still had feelings. So that shit's gonna come up again.
Yeah.
It's going to rewind and happen again.
I mean, Phil could just call her and beat if he want to, bro. Like, what I mean, if it was that,
yes.
she can't do nothing that nigga don't want to do.
But it's a hindrance on your life. It's a weight on your life, because your wife knows what happened now. This woman's still gonna be you're gonna, regardless if you're working with her, you're gonna have to see her again at some point. Them feelings, every time you see her, you can see it in her eyes.
Yo,
even when he was like, I don't want to do the business when she showed up, you can see the feelings still in her eyes. Even though she barking this, you need us, we got to be professional. You don't mean that shit.
Man, your wife is out having lunch with young Freddie Jackson.
Out of spite, yes. Out of spite, yes. I'm saying I would continue, but I know what's going on.
But she liked it.
Yeah, I know.
I like that he finds me sexy and all of that. Well, how you got time to get found sexy? How you got time to get found sexy? You don't got time to do nothing else, but you got time. It's like, you act like Phil ain't trying to be all over you. Like, Phil has tried to make a way for his relationship, his marriage, to last and do whatever the case is. He made a mistake by letting her get that close. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That was wrong. But he's also trying to get his wife to love him and show him some affection that she has not been doing.
Yeah, even before that kiss.
So it's like, you want this guy, you was like, oh my God, I like that. He makes me feel sexy. What? I don't?
Yeah, that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't be all up on you. You know what I mean? You don't be all over me. So somebody else trying to do that, of course, I want that. You know what I mean? Like, you just like this nigga more. Just say you like the nigga more.
That's it. But what I'm saying is, yes, after that lunch thing, tables have turned. Like, I'm doing what the fuck I want to. You basically, I don't trust you for shit no more. Like, if I popped up on our anniversary, you in there having lunch with another nigga you think is attractive, and that I know is attractive to you, there's nothing to be said. I've probably been just as cool as him. Like, oh, that's what's up. Now don't eat your food.
Yeah, here's your flowers.
Flowers, chill. I won't be home tonight. I don't know. We got to go over some cases. Me and what's her name?
Erica.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Today I got time, cuz.
Right. You don't want me sleeping in the bed with you anyway. I'll be back. Wow. That's just where my mind would go. But had that lunch not happened, you still got to break that off. You got to break off that business relationship, because you can't assign somebody else to my cases then, so I don't have to see you.
I don't know, man. I get it. I mean, in marriage, I get it only because it's like, you don't want, excuse me, if a second time is different than just the first time, incident. But that, that second time it happened, you know what I mean? I would have to really make some strict rules for it not to happen. You would hope that woman would have learned, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like, let's keep the business. Like, don't get that close. I'm not going to let you get that close either. But knowing Phil, he would probably ended up falling for it again, because, they work too close together probably. I wouldn't want to work that close to you. Let's just do business. This is a big facility. Why you
unless we're working long distance, unless you live in New York and I live in LA, there's no business continuation. You live too close, and we always got to see each other.
Why you in my office?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Vivian ain't shit. She out partying, talking about niggas breaking her back and all kind of shit, man. I was just
grinding on niggas, doing all kind of shit,
man. Like, girl, you married? What you doing? She's on. How old are they supposed to be? Because I know Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil in the real show, definitely high 40s, early 50s.
Probably
right?
the same. Probably the same.
So? Okay, so she out partying late night at 50. Cool. It's not. Can't do it.
Grinding on niggas.
Grinding on niggas and having lunch with niggas that's like 25.
Kicking it with her whole friends. That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Anyway.
Jeffrey and his son. So we find out Jeffrey ain't as shicey as I thought he was.
Talking about Frederick.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Jeffrey's the same hoe. He's the opposite of how I felt about Will's mom. He's the whole version of Will's mom, to where it's like you mad at your woman for losing your son that she couldn't take care of because you left, and you got an attitude with her. You gonna write her off like, nigga, that's not her fucking fault.
Yeah,
your punk ass left. You barking on her like, nigga, how could you dare? No, I don't want no contact with. She ain't did shit to you. You up and left.
He did.
So fuck Jeffrey.
OG Jeffrey played a hell of a role.
Yeah, he did. He threatened the shit out. He threatened that nigga cold.
You or your son?
No, he said your son would pay for your sins, and just stood up and walked the fuck out. I was like,
hey,
God damn.
Put Jeffrey in some more movies, bro.
Yeah.
Put Jeffrey in some. I think Jeffrey can be one of them niggas that's like he don't do the hurting no more, but he
just called the shots.
Yeah, that nigga said you pay for your son's sin. Wagwan, Jeffrey. I'm like, y'all niggas Jamaican or British? I think it's kind of like they be having.
It's
like
kind of a mix. It's like a mix.
Yeah, they be having the same shit.
But he got at him tough. He got at him like, nigga, I will kill you right here in this restaurant.
Yeah, I fuck with that character. They didn't bring him back, but they probably won't. It's just a little cameo.
I think it's a cameo too. I'm with you though. Like, why not bring him back? Because he was cold as fuck. That nigga said, you come back and work off your debts. He said, or if I don't, then your son will pay for your sins. And then let him say nothing else. Nigga got up and walked the fuck off.
Nigga went home and cut open a boxing bag. I was just like, all right, man, stop.
Full of British money.
Yeah. That's the only thing I didn't like. Because I'm just like, man, keep the OG Jeffrey like cold-blooded. Because he came up there with the bag or whatever like that. He was just like, do whatever you can with this. You know what I mean? Y'all said y'all
like
need
vulnerable
or whatever. And he was just like, goodbye, Jeffrey. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't enough for me. He was like, nigga, this ain't enough.
No, that was it. He basically took, because he started off by saying, like, I know I failed you. He was apologizing when they first met.
Yeah.
Like, I know I let you down. So in his mind, he like, I owe you, but I'm still with the shits. Like, I owe you, but I'm still part of the organization.
Right, yeah.
So that's the only reason he did it like that. He was like, I don't know if they'll go for this. And he was like, convince them. He just like, I'll do what I can, nigga. Like because I owe you at least that. Because that's what Jeffrey said. He said, you owe me at least that. Nigga, like, just take them this money and see if they'll work with that.
Yeah. That was a good episode. That last episode was really good. I'll fuck with that episode. Are we missing any other characters that we haven't touched on yet? I mean, Will's character is all through this shit. I mean, he did a lot. The whole him trying to push Black access and try to push it to Gator, but he couldn't get to Gator because he was trying to like watch out for Jackie. Jackie had got harassed by like some people at the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to push his brand to Gator's character. And then Jackie pulled up on him with Gator, and he was able to like push the brand, and you know, now they got hella followers. They're able to sell 1,000 shirts. Black access is a
t-shirt business, man.
Black access is a success now. And they'll be able to make their quota or whatever for Vic Mensa. And
what'd you feel about the explosion between when Carlton went off on Will? I kind of felt Carlton was like, nigga, shut up. If you don't know the facts, it's at the time to try to game nobody up. Like, this is like, nigga, they need to know facts right now.
I think it's just that like that Martin and Pam, that Pam and Gina thing.
That's exactly what it was.
Like when, yo,
Gina,
you might have the talk, you might have the gift of gab, but when business people come in here, give that to the person that's actually good at it. Like, and that's where a good team comes in. It's like, you ain't good at everything, bro. Like, everybody needs somebody.
You gotta speak on what you know. Like, sometimes it ain't a time for you to try to goof your way out. We in here having a serious conversation. This nigga said, "Where's your inventory?" Carl trying to give him facts. That nigga like, "Yeah, it'll be here soon, man." No, it'll be here soon. Like, nigga, that's not what he asked you.
Yeah, it's just like it. It's what comes with being in the business or whatever like that. You got to have those conversations and talk about like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what you're good at. This is what I'm good at. This is how it should go.
Yeah,
and wherever you fall short, I'm there to pick you up, and vice versa. But
and I wish Will would have just understood that and let Carlton play the role. But Will's like, no, I'm gonna learn this too. Like, you don't. It's okay to learn it, but let Carlton just let it. It's better to have one person working on that, and you do what you do. Carlton's clearly not a salesman,
right?
You do the salesman shit. Carlton knows numbers. Let him do the numbers. He don't need you jumping in and saying the shit is up 10%, because you'll say some shit that in a business world they'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, that nigga wild.
Yeah, just let him have that shit. Like, we don't need you on that.
Yeah. They're always gonna have those arguments. I feel like those arguments between Carlton and Will are always gonna happen because that's like on brand for them. You know what I mean? Like in the regular sitcom, they're always gonna have like a little bit of beef, but then they're gonna be cool at the end of the episode. Will is always gonna have an issue with his dad, no matter how they're making it look now. Even though I said I wanted this, like what I said I wanted last week, they gave it to me this week, and I'm like, man, like keep it that way. Like y'all don't have to make Will's dad a villain. We already know who he is, but I feel like it's not over.
It's not over because they have to re-villainize him. They made him human. Yeah. They made us feel like fuck Will's mom that episode. Like that, I literally by the end I was like, oh boy, fuck her. Like when he's like, he don't even want to tell his son, like, because she like, no, Lou, you need to tell him like what really happened. It's like he like, go ahead and keep making me the villain. I'll just live in that.
Yeah.
But it's like, now you got to know the truth. Now you got to know I risked everything for y'all, and your mom picked you up and act like I wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So it's like now he's human, but they got to turn those tables. And I think it's like you said, like, oh, I got a call from Atlanta. I got to go down there and cut some heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The season might end with Will trying to leave and go to wherever his dad is going.
The dad was just like, Daddy-o, we leaving? Like Will did. He's like, Daddy-o, we leaving? Oh.
But I think it's more on the chasing type. I think he's going to be gone. And then Uncle Phil gonna be like, "Why are you packing? Where are you going?" I'm going to go be with my dad. Like, it's gonna be some shit like that, to where it's like we end with him leaving the house. Next season he comes back.
Well, they got to do the go back to Philly thing, because that's what Will did. He had to go back to Philly. And,
but that's what I'm getting that from. Because remember, he was like, "I'm moving back with my mom," and then the NBC pulled up like, "Man, get your ass in the truck.
Stop playing. We ain't got to get the ungrateful black ass up in
that you." NBC pulled up like, "What are you doing?" Like, "I'm moving to Philly." Like, "You see these contracts? You supposed to be in Bel-Air." He was like, "Nah," but I was like, "Get in the van."
That was
like
funny.
I think that's the ending we get for Will. Will leaving the house to follow his dad wherever he goes. But next season we're gonna get it picking back up with him coming back.
They're trying to push the fuck out of this season. They're giving us 3 episodes a week. That means we only got about 1 more week for them to end this shit.
That's crazy too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Stop doing that.
But yeah, but that's where we at. So far predictions. I got Will trying to leave. I got the interruption of the wedding. I got Viv trying to fuck the chef. I don't know what's gonna happen with Phil. I don't know what's gonna happen with Jeffrey. Ashley gives a fuck.
We know what's gonna happen with Jeffrey, not Jeffrey, but Uncle Phil is gonna end up taking over Bro's shop anyway, and it's gonna be a problem between Will and Uncle Phil because Jazz is his boy. And just like,
you think so?
I think it's gonna be an issue because I mean, what's I'm gonna keep on hustling. Nigga, no, like next week they coming to get your shit, bro. Like, so if you don't pay it now, I don't know what you're talking about, nigga. Keep hustling. You got a week. You couldn't even get 30 bands, bro. Like you on back taxes like 100.
What Phil said was some real shit, and I understand what's his name trying to keep the shop. So he's torn. I get it. But both sides is right. Feel like, nigga, I'm trying to get you something before they take this motherfucker free.
You could build another record store, nigga. What are you talking about, bro? Like,
it ain't gonna hold the same, though.
Location don't mean, I mean, I get it. But nostalgia is like, you don't want to lose something that, but you weren't even there for it. I get you want to hold on to it, but it's like, at least, I feel like was his grandfather or uncle would want you to
his grandfather
make something bigger out of it. You could still name it the same thing, put it in a better neighborhood, whatever you want to do. But one day you ain't gonna be able to afford this shit, bro. You ain't even making a lot of money there.
But it's the hope of holding on to it forever. It's the hope of, nigga, we own this. Keep this in the family because this is one thing we own outright, even though we owe taxes on this motherfucker. So I get
if they could take it, you own it.
But they can take anything. They can take your life. Nigga, we can come on here next week like, welcome to Black Men on Black Prime, because they didn't take Black on Black Prime. They can take anything right. Yes, they can.
They can. I mean, nothing's technically ever like owned, I guess. But if we talking about actual properties, not like human life properties, if you can't pay that shit, you don't own it. Like it's yours as long as you can pay for it. You pay for the land on it. Yeah, you still got to pay somebody.
But it's still like, I don't know. It's
stop paying that shit. Stop paying that shit if you want to. Sit up there and keep hustling on the block, nigga. That shit gonna be a fucking demolisher. Be right there, nigga. Put a fucking note on your door. Give you a week to get out. Talking about, nigga, I own this though. All right, stay here tomorrow. Stay here tomorrow, cuz. You gonna see a wrecking ball. Like, you don't own nothing, nigga. Give me the money.
I think now that you said that, I think it comes down to Jazz holding a rally with them trying to break down the shop, and him making a whole speech, and the town getting sad and like, this is where we're from. This represents us. This represents Bel-Air. Whatever the fuck that. I don't know where they at.
Bro, Will's gonna save it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a speech, but then I think it's gonna be like, dude's gonna be like he's gonna hear them out and be like, all right, well, we'll keep this. This is a staple. And then it's going to be highlighted like home of so-and-so record shops. Fuck everybody else's shit.
Yeah. The Black Panthers held meetings here.
Yeah, yep. It's going to be that.
Newton still right here. Like, man, bring in the motherfucking demolition. Nigga, fuck off. Fuck what you talking about. It's a Starbucks right now.
Hey, I would love that if he get a whole speech and dude like, nigga, we can talk about none of that, nigga. Hey, tear this shit down.
All right, y'all, we tried.
Get up in there, give me the Gladys Knight records, whatever the nigga left. Fuck what this nigga talking about. That would be funny.
I'll be dying. I'm roll. Oh,
nigga, shut up, nigga. Don't care about none of that, nigga.
Get little cuz with the funny haircut up out of here, nigga. We about to demolish.
Oh my god,
oh,
that would be genius writing. Ain't gonna happen though. That would be fucking hilarious. Just dismiss everything the niggas. You don't fuck about no Black Panthers, nigga. Nigga, this Crip, nigga. Tear this motherfucker down, nigga.
Oh man,
that would be cold as fuck. That nigga be hot.
I'll be dying. But yeah, you already know how it's gonna go, man. We know how these episodes end, but yeah,
that shop ain't going nowhere. But I mean, this is where we at, man. We just here for the ride.
2 more weeks for this, unless they give us I think they're gonna give us 3 more episodes to get us to 9, and then they're gonna have that other one probably wait for about 2 weeks.
Yep, season finale.
That's gonna be it.
Will there be any other shows out by then? Because I think nobody really gives a fuck about it.
I don't know, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it, bro. Ain't nobody been like, hey man, I agree with y'all. Like, this has probably been one of the shows that we don't get no real feedback from.
Like none, though. It's just like none.
I don't know, man.
People see that and just keep scrolling out. These niggas ain't dropping nothing new. Like Bel-Air is right there. I ain't watching that shit.
Right.
Anyways, man. Like, share, subscribe, we talk back wherever. If you there, let us know. Or don't let us know. I don't know, man. We just here. Check out the movie. Go check out Little Gerald.
Little Gerald. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.